that? What's that then? I could buy jubilation, but I'm not.
Mm. My controller's gonna be dead greasy.
Wait, Fun was in the party the whole time.
Wait there.
Where are we going? Right. I couldn't sing the names out. Go, Anarchy. Going straight through the hoop.
Okay.
Ali, watch out! I need AR on my drilling.
Has anyone got the long barn?
No.
Why have you got the same house?
All teammates dead.
Don't res him.
Is it? If we can get the house. I'm just grabbing the turd. Awesome.
Oh shit.
Why can I get this kill?
Can I get his
Wow.
pump? Wait guys, can I get his loot? Don't finish him, don't finish him. You are a sprout, you are a sprout. No lap dance, pervert. Alright, has anyone got any shotgun bullets? Thanks. Thank you, Riley. Yeah, I've got 8, Riley. Thank you for that, Riley. I need mats.
Well, not more, but
I got like 146 now, but I'm still on the mend from Gavin. I will be rich when people start noticing how good I am. And I mean rich. I mean, look at Ninja. He was bad. And then he got people watching his streams. And then, look at him now. Look at Myth. He killed, just because he killed bloody summit, he's rich now.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that will happen. I kill Alexander Gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost got 100 subs because I trolled too mass.
Wait, how much?
No, Riley.
How much subscribers do you have?
Like 70.
Well, you're not.
I changed it to Grizzy Plays though.
Is that your YouTube name?
Yeah, I changed it. But I'm gonna change it back to a Quizzle. I like a Quizzle.
Yeah, I like it.
But I'm gonna
Wait.
take off Plays, but I don't know how. It doesn't let you.
I like plays. Sounds
Yeah.
Cool.
But I wanna take it off.
Riley, don't shoot! Because he might have teammates. Oh, Riley. Stop. You don't even know who that guy is. You killer. Right, don't. Stop.
I got minis for Riley. Wait, Lee, we can meme pad. I'll meme pad.
Now kill his watch. Watch. Oh.
Tell Riley, watch out, I've got it. Riley, watch out, I've got it. What, he shot me whilst I was in midair? What a legend. Kitty ass bitch. Lee!
Ow! Wait. Some guy's shooting me.
1, 2, 3. Make it
Where's that guy shooting me from?
one of them. Blue ER.
Oh, I see. I don't even know where that guy is.
Riley, where's Lee?
Where's me? Down there.
Whoa!
Man, quick! Come on, Raph.
Guys, I'm dead. Guys, help! Help!
Guys, reviving me. Charge!
Shit. Guys! I got 5 of him. 135 of him. Well, my kill just got robbed.
Look how much health I'm on.
I got med kit. Me and Riley are on the same metal. Yeah.
I'm on 2.
So, Riley, take them minis.
I don't even.
Yeah, I know, right? I was just building walls, but there was a whole squad breaking my thing, so I had to just spin round in circles. Was breaking it. I don't even know. I should have been dead.
How are you feeling so rough?
Nah, Riley, it's alright. At least you saved me.
Yeah.
Right, has you got any bandages for Riley? Cause
No, we really need. Let's see.
I should be on 2 kills, but yeah, no, it's all set.
I should be on 1. People here. Oh, shit. Shit. Whew. Wait, it's not been looted. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Medkit!
Holy. Oh, bandages. Guess I'll hold them. At least the circle's near us.
Yeah.
Beat the tomato head, I hate it. I hate you and I hate your skin, kid. Ha!
I thought the tomato guy would be actually good.
Good, but he wasn't. No. Tell Riley, come here. Riley, come here. I got a thing for you.
He's in the party.
Yeah, you can hear me, but I'm just saying. Wait. Ellie. Oh, what? It missed. Damn, mate, I got a lot of light bullets.
How much?
273.
I'm on 2221.
I'm on 419. I'm 474. Judge if Ninja gives me a shout out.
I know, right? One sec.
I know how to get a bunch of subs. That's a sick idea. But Ninja will hate me. Lee?
Yeah?
Lee, I'm gonna be so good if I do this. I'm just gonna donate to Ninja and say, go sub to a Quizzle Plays.
Oh, do it.
He is streaming, I wanna, but just donate and then say that.
How much would you give him?
Like, £10.
Wow.
Or maybe like £2.
Wait, right, make him go.
Whoa! Do you see, what? Do you see that meteorite? Nah, it's
Who
tight.
knows Trizzy?
Me. Wait, should I do it? I'm gonna do it on Myth because I don't like him.
Yeah.
Do it on Myth because like nah. Oh, Dakotas! See easy action. Because I'll be a legend. Dakotas. See, my snipes are better. Oh, shieldly. Guys!
Come on.
Wait, never mind, I got him. Don't you ever mess with me.
There's other people there. Get that killer.
43? 36.
There's people at the side of us.
Yep. I got 26 and 26 with a suppressed pistol, but
How did I get that kill?
I don't know, you robbed it.
I need AR.
Has anyone got like minis or anything? Or shields? I'll get him.
Right, here, Ra. There you go.
Yeah, Valley, I'll give you some.
There's 18. We're doing quite good.
Yeah, I had
Where's the
80.
boat, Ray?
10 kills.
Wait, have you got? We're doing
All
actually
together.
pretty good. I need a better AR though.
Yeah. Well, Wiley, what colour's yours?
Oh, I can go and get that blue AR.
Never mind, just wait for the circle. Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, I have
Wait.
a grey AR.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was Wiley. I'm on Max Wood.
I'm on
Okay.
210. Ow. Surrender, guys.
We can't. Riley, just get no. We can't, Riley. We can't save them.
There's one.
Spectate me, Lee.
I am.
Yep. Why do you even do that? There's a sky base. That meteorite's gonna hit the sky base. No, it's not. Bloody hell. Shit! Shit, how didn't that kill me? Riley, why push?
Riley, you can't put. You didn't even shoot him. I don't know why they're pushing to you.
Yep. What the fuck? I placed the... Oh my god, that's a new glitch. And now they're dead because of my spike trap. Oh, no, they're not because they're fucking not blind. And these kids are hacking.
Don't push, Riley. You hack. What? Yeah. What?
You can't leave me here. Please remember. I'm Alex. I'm your little.
It's hard, but you don't just leave. You don't just stop.
Would it make any difference at all if I never existed? Dear teachers, if I sit next to my best friend, I'm gonna whisper to her. If you move her across the room, I'll shout to her. Your choice.
That's it.
Happen when I think about you. I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing, yeah. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Yeah. Miles, something that you can't do. Hey, big talks of the.
It's every day, bro, with the same bully flow. Bully at school, now you bullying your bro. This your own brother, I don't really get it though. Stop bragging, just accept nobody knows your Disney show. It's every day, bro. It's every day, bro, with the same.
Walk it like I.
Dear teachers, if I sit next to my best friend, I'm gonna whisper to her. If you move her across the room, I'll shout to her. Your choice.
See you move your lips, but it sounds like gibberish. I should have one for sure. She said, do you love me? I told her, but I only love my bed.
What? Oh, yeah.
Tuesday, I was through.
But you play with me like a child. When I used to love you.
I'm getting cake. Now your bitch gon' lie.
You can.
You can try to bring me down, but there's a reason you're below me. You can try to bring me down, but there's a reason you're below me.
Where are we going?
Where is he?
This bitch is on a robot. Who's the mama? Look, these pictures on my wrist. Oh, these pictures on my list. Oh no. What, Lee? What did your brother say?
Well, I can play out.
Riley's allowed to.
Yeah.
Do you want to play out later?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Brenda just robbed my pump. What a little savage. I'm just gonna land in the same house because he's a Brenda. Like, you might as well. He's gonna kill me, but... That ripped me. What the fuck, Brenda? Why go for him? I mean me. Guys, help! What the? I fucking hate Brenda. He's so gay. Ha, he blew himself up. Ha ha ha. Finish him and teabag. Oh my god. Teabag him. Teabag the other Brenda. No, the other one. That kid's he's a devil. Riley, just finish off the Brenda. Just go outside and finish him off. Go up. Oh my gosh, Riley. You had one job. Oh my fucking god.
You hate Brenda's now.
It was a bloody chaos.
I don't think you've got better.
Me?
Nah, rarely. It's like last month.
Right there.
But do jubilation at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go.
When did you buy the Jubilation, Lee?
What's that?
How much V-Bucks have you got left?
150. At the minute, I've only got 2 things in this store.
At the minute, I've got one thing.
Three, two, one, go.
I do see. Hello?
Hello?
Right.
La, 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 la. What? What about him? Well, what about her? Right. I'm gonna do the riskiest thing ever. Come in. Keep going. Wait! Come on. Castle, I got that point. Right, someone up there. Then push, then push. I got behind him. Just break the buildings, stuff. Build! Hide, hide. Go back, go back. Oh, can't go straight line. That guy's a bad shooter, Liam. There is a Reaper. How did they find me? I'm just gonna watch some YouTube for that.
Hello? Valley, tell Liam to join me. Hello?
Hello.
Yesterday I was doing it for ages and my mic wasn't working this day.
woman in a bra was caught red-handed of her Uber ride in New York City with two buddies when she made the move. As if wearing just a bra wasn't enough, security footage shows the brazen young woman grabbing her jacket. There's a moment of hesitation, and then she swipes and makes a run for it. The driver realizes his money is gone, but too late. After the video went viral, she was quickly identified. Her name is Gabby. She's 18 and she lives in Brooklyn. This Instagram photo was taken on the same day of the Uber incident. Gabby posted this photo seemingly making fun of the whole thing. When we spoke to her, she told us it's not that big of a deal.
It was $5. I paid him back.
How would you feel if somebody stole $5 from you?
Then I lost $5. That's light.
The driver reported the incident to Uber, and the company tells Inside Edition it did revoke Gabby's account. But she says she's still on the app and is not sorry. They're caught on camera stealing money from an Uber driver. You don't feel sorry?
Honestly, I'm not gonna feel sincere.
Hello.
Hello?
Alright, I'll join you.
Which charge parents an extra $300 round trip for their child to travel unaccompanied. Now, they promise to keep the kids safe, but as our investigation found, that is not always the case.
8-year-old Aaliyah Purdy is about to go on a great adventure all by herself.
Going on the plane by myself.
Aaliyah is flying from Newark, New Jersey to Charlotte, and her anxious father, Matt, is there to see her off.
It's her first time. She seems like she's going to be natural.
He's putting his daughter's safety in the hands of American Airlines and its unaccompanied minor program. With her parents' permission, we followed Aaliyah with a hidden camera to see what she experienced. Aaliyah was seated in the last row to make it easier for the flight attendants to keep an eye on her.
We are above 10,000 feet right now.
Lucky for her, she had the row all to herself until this happened. An Inside Edition producer left his assigned seat and sat down right by her, and no one did a thing. The flight attendants were too busy serving refreshments. We were even able to give Aaliyah a candy bar. Imagine if he had been a complete stranger. Like little Aaliyah, this 13-year-old girl, Mackenzie, also flew solo on American Airlines. In her case, it was on a flight from Dallas to her. Mackenzie says she was groped by the passenger sitting next to her, Chad Camp, who upon landing was charged with abusive sexual contact. He's pled not guilty. Mackenzie's mother, Rachel Miller.
He was able to touch her. He was able to basically do whatever he wanted.
Their lawyer, Brent Goodfellow, has filed a lawsuit against the airline.
From the beginning of the flight to...
You are watching a prison inmate escaping from his cell through the air vent. And he gives a thumbs up when he makes it through. It's the crazy, just-released video of a prison break shot by the escapees themselves.
Frantic manhunt in southern...
I was 100% sure that I was going to kill that man, whoever he was.
Husband who says he used a drone to catch his wife cheating is making a shocking confession.
I was 100% sure that I was going to kill that man, whoever he was.
The husband, who wants to be called only John, says he used the drone to follow his wife because he suspected she was cheating on him.
There he is. There's the guy that my wife is cheating on me with.
He watched in shock when an SUV pulls up and she climbs in.
18 years! Gone! 18 years! Gone!
John insists the video is not a hoax. But some are wondering how his wife didn't see or hear the drone hovering above her. Drones always make huge noises, one online skeptic pointed out. Drones aren't that silent. She didn't hear that drone above her?
With the morning traffic and the drone being 400 feet in the air, which it was.
Hovering in front of me, I can clearly hear the drone. Let's see what happens when we bring it up to 400 feet.
Family law attorney Peter Walzer has a warning for anyone thinking about using a drone to follow their spouse if they suspect them of fooling around.
It may be turned around against you. They may charge you with stalking. It may be a basis to get a domestic violence restraining order.
But John says he has no regrets. He says he didn't know his wife's alleged lover, but he's cooled off and no longer wants to harm him. 18 years!
Sexually charged text messages to his teenage daughter. The father from Oklahoma didn't want to give his name, but he says when he found messages on his 15-year-old's phone that were allegedly sent by this man, 33-year-old Jeremy Dwayne Gibson, he reported it to police.
He was messaging her and encouraging her to meet him.
After seeing the two made plans for Gibson to meet the girl in a tent in her backyard, this dad says he and other family members planned a sting operation to catch him. When Gibson arrived at the home and approached the tent, this father ran out of the house and tackled him to the ground. Family members helped zip-tie Gibson's hands and feet until police could arrive.
If I wasn't as involved as I am, I don't know when I would have caught this. And that scares me, not just for my children and my family, but for other children and other families out there.
The local police say even though the family's plan was quite sophisticated, they don't encourage others to try this.
But we never encourage people to take the law into their own hands. That's what we're paid to take risks for.
Even though this dad says he considered the risk he and his family would be taking, especially if something were to go wrong, he says it was all worth it to protect his child.
The situation outweighed those thoughts.
Gibson allegedly told police he came by the girl's home just to talk to her. He's been charged with using technology to engage in sexual communication with a minor. He bonded out of jail. For InsideEdition.com, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Her arms as her daughter stood by her side. The little girl began playing with a candy machine in a California cell phone store when the man appeared to snatch her. The mom and another customer ran out of the store, and somehow the 4-year-old managed to break free. The mom tells the store owner that she noticed a man watching her in the parking lot.
But she has said that the guy was looking at her, and from when she got off her car, but she didn't thought he would follow her.
Witnesses say the man jumped in his car and sat in traffic.
I saw him sit down in the middle of the street and laugh, and then he got up and started running again.
The suspect, Terry Random, was then tackled and held by people until police arrived. He was arrested on suspicion of trying to abduct the girl. He's being held on $250,000 bail and is scheduled to appear in court on Wednesday. Be sure to watch Inside Edition.
Tonight we have a new videotape which shows how a police officer with nerves of steel saved a life. It happened in a Walmart. In a split second, a stranger seized a child, and ABC's Rob Nelson takes us through what police did, and we want you to know before you watch, some of this is very intense.
A mother and her 2 young daughters shopping at an Oklahoma Walmart. Little did they know that man right there was about to strike. As the mother turns toward a grocery shelf, 37-year-old Sammy Wallace snatches the 2-year-old girl from the shopping cart, holding a knife to the toddler. Here it is again, the toddler now in the stranger's arms.
911's medical emergency. We need police at the Walmart. What's wrong? There's someone with a knife holding a little girl hostage.
First, the mom confronts him, and another shopper blocks the suspect in with his shopping cart. Police arrive, beginning 34 minutes of a meticulous rescue operation. The hostage negotiator works to build a rapport with the suspect, who has a violent arrest record and a history of mental illness, but it doesn't work.
Every time we felt like we could use some of the cues, in other words, talk to him about his family, his job, his interest, he would become erratic.
The team moves in a carefully choreographed formation, a police officer to either side of the suspect.
It's called triangulation. That way we can try to get a good shot if we need to.
Next, they offer him a chair. Their goal to stop him from moving, a controlled target.
Suddenly, the suspect starts counting down from 60 seconds. Police fear they are out of time.
His eyes got really wide. He moved a knife from her stomach area up underneath her throat.
The police act. Watch the one officer crouch down as the second officer, just out of sight, begins to speak, distracting the suspect, who turns his head to the left just for a second, but it's the opening Captain David Huff needed, moving forward, shooting the suspect at point-blank range, pulling the toddler to safety.
Captain Huff's actions were extremely heroic, and he waited to the very last moment.
Quick thinking by police, saving a lucky little girl who tonight is back with her very grateful mother. Rob Nelson, ABC News, New York.
An unimaginable horror. 2 college students held captive and tortured by masked men for what they assumed was a random attack. From the end, it led to more disturbing revelations. ESPN's Tisha Thompson brings us the film.
It feels like a scene from a horror movie.
Torture.
But this nightmare is real life. 2 football players from the University of Rochester held captive and tortured.
They started shooting everywhere.
They said, "We don't want money, we want blood."
How do I survive?
They were 2 football players from the University of Rochester held captive and tortured.
They started shooting everywhere.
They said, "We don't want money, we want blood."
How do I survive?
They were targeted in a violent plot for revenge for a drug robbery they had nothing to do with, leaving 2 young men fighting for their lives. Nico Coleus began his college career in Hope. In 2012, he enrolled at the University of Rochester to follow his 2 passions: football.
I love football. It's my favorite sport.
And piano. Playing for the school's Division III football program, and also studying at Rochester's renowned Eastman School of Music.
Kind of just fell in love with it and turned out to be one of the greatest experiences and decisions that I've made to attempt.
But everything changed for the 6'1", 215-pound defensive end the winter of his senior year. It was Friday, December 4th, 2015. Nico's close friend and teammate, who asked him not to be named, told him they had been invited to a party by a girl he met on Facebook. 19-year-old Samantha Hughes. 20-year-old best friend, Leah Gigliotti.
He was like, let's go do it. You know, let's go be with these girls. And it didn't seem like that bad of an idea.
Had you ever met either of these girls before?
No.
But when they pulled up to this house at 22 Harvest Street, there wasn't a party.
We followed the girls in the side door. The first thing that I smelled was just like urine and feces, and it was totally disgusting. And I sat down on this leather couch, and the next thing I know is 5 to 10 masked men in all black just come out with bats and pipes and guns. They're just screaming and demanding things, and the lights go black. I got up and ran as quickly as I could, made it halfway across the room. I got shot point blank in my left leg, and I got shot in my right leg, in my right calf. My femur was broken in half. They dragged us into the bathroom, leaned us up against the walls, and duct taped our hands and legs together.
I'm in this. I'm doing this. There's a video. I'm calling homies. I'm recording.
The masked men then started recording this cell phone video of their attack.
You run with the wrong one, please.
I was pleading for my life, and I was saying that I would do absolutely anything in my power to give you anything that you want.
Over the next 3 hours, the men in the video would use this rifle, metal pipes, rebar, and this iron to physically and sexually assault Nico and his teammate. What is going through your head?
I had no idea who these people were. I had no idea why this was happening to me and like where we were, and I didn't know what was going on. I was so confused.
He ain't got nothing to do with it. He just start running. Yo, teach your boy.
I went black for like 2 seconds, came back, and just like the amount of blood that was like dripping down my face and like covering my body, I was just so overwhelmed. I was pushing myself through to like not give up and not close my eyes because I didn't want to die.
As the sun began to rise the morning of Saturday, December 5th, 2015, Nico and his teammate had been held captive for nearly 12 hours. Back on campus, their roommates had reported them missing, but Nico's terror was far from over. His captors started demanding money.
They were holding me at gunpoint the entire time.
I really need the money now, so there's no way that I could get the $1,500 just transferred over to the debit card.
It's impossible to move money on the weekend.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I'll just call back one minute.
Forced to wait, they turned to Nico's ATM cards. In the surveillance video, you can see a man in the back seat wearing the same white skull mask as the man in the cell phone video. This is 26-year-old Lydell Strickland. Prosecutors say Strickland tortured Nico for his PIN numbers and withdrew more than $5,000 at different machines throughout the weekend. Evidence photos show he used the money to go on a shopping spree. A $799 leather jacket, shoes, pants, and a pair of $28 jeans from Marshall's. Police, who were scouring Rochester for Nico and his teammate, spotted the strange activity popping up in Nico's bank accounts.
We were concerned that Monday, that money would be moved, the suspects would get it, and the absolute intent was once they got the money from that account, that these kids would have been killed.
Police zeroed in on Leah Gigliotti and Samantha Hughes because Hughes was the last person to communicate with Nico's teammate. Detectives say they brought the two women in for questioning, and it went on for 14 hours.
There were hours and hours of lies until finally towards the end we started getting some details which led us to 22 Harvest Street. I made the decision I was going to have the SWAT team on standby.
Sunday, December 6th, 2015. 40 hours after they were captured, the SWAT team moved in on 22 Harvest Street.
It was just shocking. I mean, the whole house like shook. I thought they were burning down the house, but in reality, it was actually the SWAT team that was detonating entry into the house to save us.
The blast was captured by a neighbor's cell phone, shattering the front door. The SWAT team moved through the house, rounding up suspects, freeing Nico and his teammate. The two of them were rushed to the hospital, where Nico underwent emergency surgery.
I had 3 or 4 blood transfusions. They put a titanium rod through my femur, attaching it with screws in my knee and hip. They surgically removed glass from my eardrum and scalp and skull.
Nico spent 25 days in the hospital. After it was all over, the police pieced together the motive for the brutal assault. Nico's teammate, who survived the ordeal with him, was mistaken for this player, Rochester's star linebacker, Isaiah Smith.
What is clear, he was involved in drug dealing. What is clear is that he set up a violent drug robbery on campus.
Prosecutors say Isaiah wanted to steal 4 pounds of marijuana from drug dealers he knew. So he planned a robbery inside the apartment where Nico's friend and teammate lived, arranging to have the drug dealers attacked with a hammer.
This is what I do when they take 4 pounds from me. This right here.
In retaliation, friends of the drug dealers went after Nico's friend and teammate instead of Isaiah.
No comment on Isaiah.
Isaiah Smith was sentenced to 13 years in prison for burglary, robbery, and assault in connection with the drug heist. The two women who lured Nico and his teammate to 22 Harvest Street were each sentenced to more than a dozen years in prison after agreeing to testify against the attackers. All of the men in the cell phone video also went to prison for Nico's kidnapping and torture, including Lydell Strickland, who laughed when a judge sentenced him to 155 years.
I hope and wish that the day would be in jail forever.
After leaving the hospital, Nico went back home to Chicago. The University of Rochester allowed him to graduate without returning to campus. Can you sleep through the night?
Yeah, I mean, at first it was definitely hard. You know, night times and being alone and in like crowded areas, definitely like harder things for me.
Determined to rehab both his mind and his body, Nico joined more than 27,000 people in Chicago to run his first road race since the attack.
Runner set!
Just moving forward and trying to forget about the past and focus on positive, good things.
Nico! All right, Nico!
I made the conscious decision to live, survive, and overcome the challenge I was faced with. And that's exactly what I did.
For Nightline, I'm Tisha Thompson in Chicago.
Good evening. It's the story that is still going on this week, even tonight, as residents of one Florida town are afraid to go to sleep in their beds for fear a new sinkhole could swallow them up. We'll have more details on that tragic story later, but first, a different kind of worry.
That's right, Elizabeth. What if it doesn't lie underneath your home, waiting and hiding? Instead, it lives right next door or down the block. The neighbors from hell. Matt Gutman went on the trail of people you may not want living next to your home sweet home.
The saying goes that good fences make good neighbors. But how do you build a fence high enough to shield you from this kind of behavior? As seen in this local news piece.
How many fires have you had in your house? 3!
Talking out kid.
Okay,
It's a big one! Yeah! It's a big one!
Nut job.
Kathy Hesterberg says her family had been living peacefully in this suburb outside St. Louis for 30 years. That was until last fall, when a SWAT team descended on her next-door neighbor's home, suspecting drugs.
We heard this loud boom, where there was SWAT officers, police officers coming out from between the houses.
The man they were looking for? 48-year-old Greg Jennings, an avid hunter and the owner of a local tree trimming business.
So let me get this straight. He blames you?
Well, he actually put the blame on my mom.
Kathy says Jennings accused her mother of tipping off police.
He said that she tipped off a police officer that lives down the block.
Starting that day, she says he became belligerent and bizarre.
This is what he made.
A noose in her front yard.
What was he doing? He started burning fires in the backyard. The smoke was just awful. You couldn't breathe.
Deer carcasses beside the driveway and in the trash cans.
And you never knew what you were going to come home to.
Are those okay? They're both working now.
So she installed security cameras to document the antics.
He made it a point night after night after night to prance around out there right on the property line. Each night, his behavior got more erratic.
The cameras are out in plain sight. You'd figure they might serve as a deterrent, but not for Greg Jennings. According to Kathy, that's him in the dead of night, strolling the grounds in his underwear. And here, that's right, he's wearing a box on his head.
Well, I come in disguise this time.
So what should you do if you have a nasty neighbor?
Don't show the pain. Calling the police all the time, they're getting the reaction that they want. They're going to keep doing it.
And what do you do if not even the police can help? What should you do if you have a nasty... Not even the police can help you. Kathy says she called them dozens of times.
If we don't have a specific law violation, we can't do anything other than try and mediate between the two parties.
It's a fine line between being a neighborly nuisance and winding up in handcuffs. Jennings seems to know exactly how to navigate that gray area.
The limits of the law don't help, victims. It covers bullies.
Would you say he's a bully?
Oh, yeah.
And that can hurt, says Shark Tank's Barbara Corcoran. She knows real estate.
The problem with a nasty neighbor is not only that you've had to live with them for 4 or 5 years, but when you want to get rid of them and have to sell your home, you have to disclose it. And so the damage to your home is enormous.
But since all that media attention,
You're being a punk right now. You're being a punk.
Kathy tells us she and Jennings were working towards a truce. So we figured we'd ask Greg Jennings his side of the story, and we left a letter and waited all day for him. Oh, it took a few attempts.
Your neighbors say you've been tormenting them,
but I want to hear your side of the story, sir. Before he finally, sort of, responded.
My property, I'm calling the police.
Mr. Jennings, I will absolutely leave your property, but I'm sure turns out he didn't like company on his side of the fence.
Safely leave my property right now.
Go away, or we're calling the police.
Okay. We left the property, but he called the police anyway. Ironically, it turns out, he had just been slapped with felony drug charges. But 1,000 miles away, in sunny Miami, there was another landscaper allegedly making his neighbors' lives a bed of thorns. What's amazing is that this is your house, and that's his house right across the street.
That's correct.
Francisco Torres says his feud with this man, Mitchell Miguelco,
Of all things to go viral, gavel-banging magistrate, His Honor's got a unique way of dispensing justice to the people who show up in his courtroom. And as it turns out...
Who's the little guy with you?
Yeah, my son, Jacob.
Say hi. Hi, young man. What's your name? Jacob.
Hello.
You parked on Althea Street. You were parked on the sidewalk, and this was at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I went to my cousin's house to pick up something, and when I went up, because the street is really bad, they was having a party, and I didn't want nobody to hit my car, so I went on the sidewalk to be able to go. I went upstairs, and then the police.
You don't have your team out over there helping. What is that? Is that a butterfly? What is that? Guys, what is this? Can you tell me what this is? Guys? Oh, is it gay? Oh my God. Jetzt hat er.
Whoa! What just happened? Kill him. Ali! Why doesn't he build? It doesn't build. Oh, no way!
Lee?
Yeah?
Do you play Fortnite?
I was watching them, then
Oh, what are you watching? Daily Movements? Yeah, I was just watching them. Is it the butterfly one or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching that. That Miss Brenda was a savage. She headshotted him.
I know.
Whilst they were chilling him. Oh my god, he didn't let me fucking build! This game's the worst.
Play on Black Ops if you want.
Do you think I'm going to play on Black Ops? Fuck that. Join me. No, join me.